Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome to another board solo. This time we are playing the game. Sorry, I forgot the controller or the camera. Aetherspire. This is now my third time playing the game because this is my second attempt at recording this video today. Halfway through the game last time, my phone ended up having not enough storage space somehow for some reason, and so I guess it didn't back anything up for weeks and months, and so like it stopped recording, which sucks. This game is played by building towers, and it's a tower defense game. Building towers to prevent the Aether fiends, which I did not set these up properly. Oops, my bad. Aether fiends from attacking your center mana well. To defend your center mana well, you need to build these towers and keep them from getting inside. There are walls around. Once a elemental creature of that element gets into that wall, then they can get to the center mana well, and once the two mana wells are destroyed, the game is over. You have up to this many turns to get this done, and it's very fun. I very much enjoy it. There are boss cards that you can encounter, and within this deck of cards, there's actually a number of additional boss cards. Let's get to them right here. We are playing the base level because, like I said, this is only my second time playing. There's also these specialization cards that you can use that I have not gotten into yet. Once I get more proficient with the game and get better at the game and understand it, I will definitely try some of those out for a board solo or maybe a board with friends. There is also in the back difficulty modules that you can do to make the game a little bit harder. So we'll try those out at some point in time. I really enjoy this game. I really like it. It makes the brain juices flow. Right now, I'm just trying to randomly, without looking, set up. Now you can tell what element each one is by the color of it. So I'm just trying to like kind of randomly, while not looking, draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and just see what happens. With that, oh, fire was first. That's not good. That's not good at all. As you reach your towers need to get up to 4 of the same element tall. There's as you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3 starting spaces, which means, oops, I did not mean to move the board, which means that one of your towers is going to end up at minimum being 5 tall, because you're going to end up starting with a platform that is not of the element that you may be building. Your towers could be as tall as you want them to be. They could get really tall if you want them to, but min-maxing, you're not going to want them to get more than 5 elements or 5 floors tall. You get a cast of playable characters right here. All of these characters are the characters for playing with people, and then they give you a separate set of characters that you can play with yourself. I have played as Autumn the Alchemist and Amber the Monk. Amber the Monk I really liked. Autumn the Alchemist has a lot of abilities when it comes to using up your dice pool, and your dice pool can get very small at times. I don't like Autumn the Alchemist, so I'm not going to use either of them. So this leaves us with Laurel the Oracle, Meadow the Druid, and Crystal the Aetherborn. So I think we're going to go with Meadow the Druid this time. Meadow the Druid has the ability Wild Magic. Discard a die to re-roll all of your other die. So if you get a bad re-roll, there is this token, which is a re-roll token. If you get a bad roll, you can re-roll. And then if you get another bad re-roll, you can discard a die to re-roll everything else. Summon Scorpion. Discard any room tile to destroy two enemies on the same size of that tile. So if you discard a giant one, it's only on giant, medium, and small. Summon Firebird, which is on the Firestorm. After casting, you may spend 1 more to cast this again, which I might be using more because I didn't realize what Firestorm was when I initially thought about it and read it. And then finally, summon Basilisk for 4 crafting. If you draw a multi, a water, or an earth, crystallize an enemy of that element. Crystallizing means move them over here. So we're going to try that. We're going to work on this. So that's almost basic setup. The last thing we need to do is set up our starting tile. Our starting tile, what it is each of these, I'm not looking, each of these have different sides. We need to take one at random of this multi-side, so we're just going to go right in the middle. And I'm going to place that here just for, you know what, we'll place it over here so that you guys are looking that way. Place that there, and then we draw 2 random enemies. Now, the multi-tile means that this is multicolor, multiple different elements can be on this tile. So once we eventually get like a grass tile and a water tile or something like that, or a fire and a wind or something, only fire and wind can go there, and anything can go onto the multi. So if you eventually get to a point where you don't have an elemental tile, you're going to potentially run the risk of the element just going straight into the Aether well. So you're gonna maybe want to always have an element, a multi-tile until you get all of your elements, or you're gonna want to have a couple of multi-tiles. With that, that is the game setup for the start of the game. Let's move these character cards. From here, the start turn is labeled on this turn order card here. Supply gain, so gain 1 room. So I'm going to go with a big room. It's giving me a water. This is the exact same thing I started with last time. I don't want to start with something like this. So what you can do is you can gain a room and you can exchange that room or any other rooms that you have. Exchanging means you put the new room you just got at the bottom or one of the rooms that you have at the bottom and pull another one. This is a grass. Gain 2. This is exactly what I had before with one of my startings. These tiles aren't that great to have at start when it comes with having that additional piece to it, because when you play this, if I were to play it right here, that would let me add 2 more to the center. However, I lose this build space. So this would have a floor of 1, and this would have to be my grass. But then I'm missing a build space, and I'm also losing out on placement spaces for enemies. So these aren't really that great to start with. Then the next thing you do is you grab 3 from the bag at random. So 2 white and a red. Right there, and that gives you your starting mana pool. Finally, you grab 5 die. I like to use a dice box because it makes it easier for me. So you grab 5 die, you roll them, and that is your starting die pool right there. What you use with these die pools is to fill these spaces. Now, these star spaces can only be filled with star die. However, the star die can be used as wilds for every other element. So what we're going to do right now, discard every roll your others, discard that to destroy 2. Crystallize an element. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use should we use Firestorm, or doesn't matter. I'm going to use this wild right here to build a wall or build a pillar over here. That's done right there. I'm going to actually, should I re-roll in general? I didn't use that yet. I could discard that that right there, and I can destroy 2 of the same. So if I do Firestorm, move an enemy, place a pillar, and then I can use another one to move another. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cast Firestorm, and I'm going to move his enemy, and I'm going to place a pillar. And I'm going to cast Firestorm again. I'm going to move this enemy. I'm going to place another pillar. That's actually going to be very useful. It's going to be very useful getting pillars placed down. That's nice. That is very nice. I like that. So we're not going to do floor crafting. However, I am going to... I could have just destroyed, but then that's fine. I'm going to stick with what we've got right now. We're good. I mean, I could... Rolling die wouldn't really help me. So this is all about using your mana pool. So I need to worry about building my mana pool with this character. So that's gonna... That's just where we're going to end it. We're going to end that first turn. So we're going to move the tracker down 1. Now we draw 2 enemies. 1, 2. And it's another grass and another blue. Then it's our turn again. We're going to draw another big room. Oh, we got a big fire, which is nice. We're going to put that big fire. We're going to put that here. We're going to swap this one, exchange it, put it at the bottom. Then we're going to pick up water. This really feels like it's exactly the same initial setup that we had before, but whatever. It is what it is. We're going to roll our 5 die. This we're just going to put on blue because that's where it was, and then we're going to get our mana pool. So we're going to have a blue, a white, and a red, which is good because then now it's our build phase, it's our turn. We can use the blue and white to do crystallize. And what crystallize does is it lets us take two, or lets us crystallize our ice beam to crystallize two enemies in the same room. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grab this fire and this. No. I want to do grass and I want to do water. Grass and water. We're gonna put that over there. Put that flat. We are going to. Do we want to discard our room to destroy that thing? No. We don't have anything. We can build this blue room. So let's build this blue room. And honestly, let's just build this fire room right here. We got it. Let's just do it. Let's just build it. All of your other die. Discard a die to reroll all of your other die. So we have grass, water, water. So we can do a water grass to build right here. We can do a water to build right here. We can we can't do a firestorm because we don't have a water. We don't have a wind, so we can't do a firestorm. Crystallize any of that element, and we have water, and we have. I could use. I mean, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to use all 3 to do a multi-floor crafting, which I'm just going to take one of these. And then with that, I'm going to crystallize this water right here. Because we can do that. That ends that turn. There's not really much else I can do. I'm going to re-roll right here. Just to see what we get. We get a water and a fire. I'm going to use the water to place another thing here. And I'm going to use a fire to place the thing there. Boom. There we go. That's the best we got for this turn. We're going to mark this down, pull this down to the next turn. We're going to flip fire. So what fire means is whenever you're placing a token, it has to go on the top, highest, most position. So with the fire element, if we place a fire guy, after we place him, it destroys any pillars that's underneath. So we need to deal with fire quick, or we need to build fast. It's really, really what we got to get into with that. So we place 2 more elements down. 1, 2. We got a wind, so we got a multi, and we got a grass, so we place them on the multi. Now we go back to our 5 die. Roll. We pull. Let's pull one of these. It's a wind. That's a rough wind right there. I don't really like that wind, so we're gonna exchange that wind. We're not gonna use that. And we're going to draw another wind. And this is a grass. This is a large grass. That's not going to help us. So I am going to actually... so we did that. Hold on. Let's get our elements. Let's get our... So we get a blue, a red, and a green. So what we're going to do now is we rolled a die. We have our ability, which is Summon Scorpion, destroy 2 on a pillar of the same, or on a room of the same size. We're going to use and discard this large one to destroy 2 over here. So we'll get rid of the fire and we'll get rid of the grass. And we're going to destroy these 2, which they just go back into the bag. And then let's see. We can't do Firestorm, which sucks. So there's not really much we can do. We can use this star to build a pillar over here. Boom. We can use this fire and grass to build a pillar right here, we can do a water and a random, or a star, to build pillars here and here. So that's all the dice rolling we can really do. We can do a mudslide, which I'm going to do, to get us 3. No, mudslide isn't really going to get us anywhere. Mudslide's not going to get us anywhere. We could do a floor crafting. Let's do a floor crafting. So we'll get rid of the 2 waters, and we'll pull another large one, which gets us a double water, which is not bad. It's not bad because we can place that there. So we're going to hold on to that. For crafting, if you draw a water, a water, or an earth, crystallize it. We don't have an enemy to crystallize of that. So that's fine. We can't do that, unfortunately. We're going to move this down. Now we draw 3. So we get a wind, a water, and another wind. Ooh, hopefully we can clear these winds quickly. Now it is back to my turn. Let's restock our mana pool, which gives us a fire, a water, and a grass. We're not getting any friggin' winds, man. We're not getting any winds. It's not helping us. Destroy 2. Alright, let's roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Wind, water, grass, blank. Great. So let's use the water to fill in this water space here. There's no point in rolling additional die at the moment. I'm going to discard this blank to re-roll these 3. Fire, and blank. Okay. We got a double fire, so we're going to place that double fire over here. We're going to use our re-roll token to see if we get anything good. We get a grass. That doesn't really help us. We could use 2 lava bombs to destroy everything that's on the field, which honestly might be a smart move. Yeah, we're going to do 2 lava bombs, so this and this, to destroy everything that's on the field. And that's going to get rid of this. And, oh, where'd it go? This and these 2. And doing that will allow us to build this one here. And it will allow us, if we want to, build this here. But I honestly don't know if I want to. I don't want to do that. We don't have enough to build another room. But we're going to stick with that. We can't build anything else. We can't use our die. We've done our rerolls and everything else. So that's going to be that for that turn. I think that's going to be it. We're going to move this down to 3. We're going to flip the green. Green means that the grass enemies can only be placed on a pillar. Now, the reason I don't want to place that is because it's only going to give us 1 build space, whereas some of these give us 2 build spaces or an ability. I just don't want to place that on a single build space. Maybe here or here, but not here. I want to try to optimize what we can build. So that moves down. We get 3 elements. We're getting lucky with these draws. Green and white. Because we're not getting fire. And then we have 5 die to roll. And then I'm going to start drawing from this one, which gives us a green, which is nice. That is a nice draw right there. So, with that, we need 1 fire. We need 1 fire. Oh, I still need to do my elemental draw. 2 wind, and a grass. Okay. So we're going to start with a water and a wind, and we're going to crystallize these guys. They're going to give us a green and a white, which is fine. Which means we have stuff there, which is fine. We can hold off. We can now build up here if we wanted to, and I think I do. I think I want to build up there. We can build this guy here. Build that there. And see, now we have 2 build spaces instead of 1. The only problem is right now wind is vulnerable. So we need to get either a multi, which we could put that multi here, or we could try to get wind somewhere else. Or get multi here. First of all, I'm going to use this wild to build a pillar here, because all greens need to be placed on pillars. I am going to use these 2 waters to build over here. We have a water and a wind, so I'm going to use these 2 waters and this wind to build over here. And then I'm going to use my reroll token to reroll once. That gives us a fire. Sweet. Let's just put that there. And then I'm going to put this multi here. So the multi is important because now winds can go there, which is good. And if I can get some pillars in that spot, then we can get grass over there as well. There's nothing else for us to do. Did I draw? Yeah, I drew that. Can't really do much else. So that's end of that turn. So we're going to pull this down. That goes a 3. 3. Fire, fire, and wind. So we can go fire, fire. Well, it goes to the highest that it can. Or I think it goes here, and then if it can't go here, then it goes there. Fire, fire, water. And the new water would have gone up here. That is that turn. It is now mine. Let's draw 3. 1, 2, 3. We get a blue, a grass, and a red, which is nice because we can start doing some firestorm and summon firebird and maybe floor crafting. That's good. That's good. Starting off with, so I believe these are separate rooms. I think when it says rooms, so I think these can be affected, but these can't. I'm going to use an ice beam to crystallize these 2 and put them down here. Oh, I didn't draw. Let's draw this. Put that over there. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm going to exchange that. I'm going to draw that, which, okay, I didn't do a really good job shuffling, it seems. Shuffling's hard. Shuffling's hard with these things. We are going to do a firestorm. And we are going to move one enemy over here. And that's going to allow us to place a pillar. We're going to place a pillar over here on the green. We could destroy, or we could do a draw. I think I want to do a draw room. We're going to draw another one of these. It's a grass room. Do we have any grass on the field? No. I could exchange that and see if we get a blue room. I'm not going to worry about it. But it's good to have that grass room. Then we have nothing else to do. So then that goes down to 4. And we get the wind. The wind guy is rough because if there's any wind on the field, you lose part of your dice bowl. And I just drew 2 wind. That's not good. And of course, wind yet again is going to be my tallest spire. So that's not fun. All right, let's get our 3 elements. We got a water, a wind, and a fire, which is fine. That's good. We only roll 3 die this time. 2 waters and a blank. Let's flip this. We draw a card. I'm going to draw one of these. We're going to get a double fire. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're doing pretty good so far. So far. Actually, that big one, that big green one, we can't really do anything with, so I'm going to exchange that for another one of these, which is a big blue, which is fine. That's also good. That's good. And the thing is, the way we have it set up now, I could start wind here and it'll still grow, or I could do wind here. The idea, I think, is I'm going to do wind on this one. Let's see. I did that. I rolled. I did that. So, we can do... I kind of don't really want that blue. I don't really want that blue. So I'm going to discard this blue, and I'm going to get rid of these two right there. Get rid of those winds. I'm going to cast a crystallize and crystallize 2 waters here. Boom and boom. I'm going to do a floor crafting and hope that I get a blue. I got a blue. Nice. Which means I can crystallize a blue because of summon element, which is nice. I'm going to do a mudslide and roll 3 more die, which gives me I'm going to discard this one to roll all my others. Is there anything I don't want? The wind. I don't have any use for wind right now. And they're blanks. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to place 2 blues to place these 2 pillars here. And I'm going to use this one to place one of these here. And that's going to be it for my turn. I don't think there's much else I can do. No, that's it. That's all I can do. That's that. We're going to move this down. And the last one is blue, which blue means that when I want to cast Firestorm, I also have to use a water as well. And then we draw 4 more enemies. 4 waters. You suck. You suck so much. You are a pain in my butt. But at least it's not fire. Which fire wouldn't be a big deal, but at least it's not wind. So I get my full 5 die dice set back. First, let's draw a room. Let's go. Good room. Fire room. Magma, destroy 3. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Bubba's, you're moving the mic. Let's get our mana. So we'll get that, and that. That's not bad at all. I don't think. Whew. Okay. Let's figure this out. Let's think. Let's roll these. Grass, a wild, a grass, blanks. So if I cast Firestorm, I need to use a blue to use that as well. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to cast Firestorm. So fire, water, or white and blue. And it's move 1 to somewhere. So I'm going to move this one here. I'm going to place a pillar. I'm going to place that pillar there. And I'm going to cast it again. I'm going to move this one here. I'm going to place another pillar over here. I have 2 grass and a wild. I'm going to use the 2 grass and the wild. Grass, grass, and wild to place here. Right there, like that. I'm going to, so these are gone. I'm going to use my reroll to reroll these 2. We get another wild, which is nice. We'll get that. We'll use that wild to place that here. We'll get rid of that. So no more rerolls. This is done. And then there's no way for me to discard. I mean, what I can do, yeah, let's, then I would be underutilizing. Oh no, not really. So what I can do, I'm going to use this and this to draw a big room. And it's a fire room. I'm going to exchange this fire room to see what else we got from this fire room. Boom. A grass room. Nice. So I get to crystallize an earth element. So I'm going to crystallize that earth element. I'm then going to discard this using Summon Scorpion to destroy 2 elements on a tile of the same size. So we're going to get rid of this fire and this water right here. We're going to destroy them. And then I'm going to crystallize, I'm going to build this piece here, and that's going to crystallize these 2 blues right there. Now I could do a room building or a reroll. We're not going to do that. That's where we're going to stop with that right there. That's good. That's a good turn. To me, that's a good turn. Yeah. All right. Enemies moves down. We get 4. I have not done any fire building. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a wind. Wind goes here. Fire goes here. Water goes here. Water goes here. That's rough. That's rough, but not too bad. We only get 4 die to roll. So let's do that. 4. We get a fire, a wild, a grass, and nothing. Let's start drawing some of these small boys. I don't want a wind small boy right now. That sucks. That sucks. And then let's get this. We get 3 fires. Jesus. Alright, so we need to find a way to crystallize one of these winds to use a crystallize. Or we can just destroy, build that wind room. Discard. Okay, so I'm going to destroy this room right here using Summon Scorpion because I can't really use a bigger size wind room. So I'm going to get rid of that. And we're going to destroy this guy and one of these, which is fine. We're then going to build this wind here. So this is now a 1, 2. We need 2 more floors of wind. We can use a lava bomb to destroy the 2 there, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. What I need to do is I need to try to rush the build of fire to get a full fire. So I would need I would need a lot of die. So we haven't done our reroll yet. I can't do Firestorm. So I'm going to do a mudslide. And I'm going to do 3 more die. Roll 3 more. This was a wild, and that was a blank. Oh, fucking course. Fire. I'm going to discard one of the blanks. I'm going to re-roll these 2 and the grass. No, I'm not going to discard one of the blanks. I'm going to use my reroll to give me exactly the same thing that I was getting rid of. So now I'm going to get rid of the blanks to do this, which gives us another grass, another wild, and a blue. So I'm going to summon a room. And it's a grass room. Nice. I don't have any grass, which is fine. That's fine. I can build this grass right here. Put that there. Boom. I'm going to use shit. That sucks. Double fires for that. But if I draw a fire, I don't want to do that. I don't want to build on the fires yet. So I was hoping. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Can't really do much. We're going to use one of these blues to just build over here. We're going to use 2 wilds to build over here. Oh no, over here is what I meant to do. And we're going to use the 2 fires to build one there. I mean, that's just, it's going to probably get taken down. Oh no, we have a fire and a grass and a fire. So we're going to use a fire and a grass, right, or a fire right there and a fire and a grass here. That's better. That's better. Enemy's turn. We're going to move down. Now it's 5. This is where the game gets very rough and very tough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Great. So fire. This gets destroyed. Wind goes up here. Grass goes up here. Water goes up here. And that fire we just spent time building gets destroyed. We need to deal with this guy. Now we get to build a room. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these. It's going to be a fire room. That's pretty good. We're going to have to roll for them, but first let's do 1, 2, 3, which is ice, and green. That sucks. Yeah, it sucks. So we need to be able to crystallize, and we can't crystallize because we're not getting wind. So let's roll our 4. So we get a wild, a water, a wind, and a fire. 1, 2. Did I draw? I did. I did draw. At this point, discard, destroy 2 of any on that same room size. So I'm going to discard this one right here to destroy these 2. So I'm not going to use that one, unfortunately. Sorry, I just bumped the mic. We can lava bomb and get rid of 2 of those. Lava bomb, we can get rid of 2 of those, but then we can't water slide. I'm going to summon Basilisk, or I'm going to Floorcraft, and let's see. Pull water. We can't crystal. We don't have anything water, so I'm going to exchange this. I should no. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep that. That's fine because we have the star, we have the wind, and we have the water. Star, wind, and water means star and wind can build here. Water can build there. boom, boom. And then we can build here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 tall, and we can get rid of TerraFlow. So we flip TerraFlow here. We can now do one of these actions over here that you guys can't really see. Rebuild all walls. We don't need to do that. Draw 2 floor tiles. Might be useful, but not necessarily. Draw 3 elements, or 3 elements into the mana pool, or roll 4 die. I'm going to draw 3 elements into the mana pool. I think that's going to be helpful. But first, we got rid of ice, so now we have to go through and get rid of the ice elements. We get rid of 5. So it's going to actually make it harder to do, say, Mudslide and Ice Beam, but we're less likely to encounter ice enemies, or water enemies. Which is, it sucks. It's going to suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, I said I'm going to draw 3 elements. Or draw, what was it draw? Draw 3 elements, yes. Got a nice, we got a grass, and we got a water. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's not bad. We got a fire. Fire's not going to do us much use. We need to get rid of all of our fire. We need to also continue to work on building up our wind. So I'm going to use... I don't want to, but I'm going to use an ice beam to crystallize 2 fire. And I'm going to use a lava bomb to destroy 2 elements on the board. I could use another lava bomb, but I'm going to hold off. We could do a mudslide. What if I did a mudslide? Because we haven't used our reroll yet. So if I do a mudslide, get 3 more die, I could potentially... No. Because I would need 4 more die. I'm not going to do that. That's going to end my turn there. You know, I'm going to run the risk, and even it doesn't matter. I'm going to use that to build here, just in case. We're going to move this down. Now it's 5 more enemies again. Jesus. 5. That sucks. So this goes here. These 3 go up here. I only get 2 die to roll this time. Thank God this is not a dexterity game. And then water goes here. There's a spot for that. This gets destroyed, which I had a feeling was going to happen. Alright. 2. We get a grass and a water. It's not going to help us out much. We're going to draw a small pillar. We don't need that, or we're not going to use that, so we're going to draw another small one. Gain 1 Aether core. That sucks. We're going to use our ability to destroy this to get rid of 2 of these. Well, hold on. Before we do that, because we still have to draw. We have to draw our mana well. So we get a wind. Oh, shit. No! This goes back up here. This goes up there. Alright. So before we do that, this was here. We're going to do a crystallize. And crystallize these 2. And then we're going to do a lava bomb. And we're going to get rid of 1, 2. Did I roll? No, we're going to keep this one up here. We're going to lava bomb these 2. I don't think I rolled. Maybe I did roll, but we're just going to roll again. We're going to lava bomb. We're going to get rid of those 2. I am going to mudslide and roll 3 more, which gives us blue, blank, and blank. We're going to do the 2 blanks to build here. Right there and right there. We're going to use our reroll to see what we get. We're going to discard this to build, to do a, okay, this was a wild. So we're going to use that to build this here. We're going to do a firestorm. I hate that I'm doing this without any enemies on the table. Oh no, there's some enemies. We're going to do, because these are all used, these are all done. We're going to use a firestorm. Right? We don't need, to move this guy here, to place this one over here like this, because we're placing a pillar like that. And we're going to be able to destroy this guy here. And we're going to use 1 more for that firestorm to bring this here. This was one that I discarded. That's just fine. That's good. That's good. I like that. The fire's going to be a big pain. We're going to bring this down. We only have, after this turn, 3 more turns. So we need 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so 1 wind here. Fire. 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 This destroys a wall. And then a water. We roll 4 die. We have a wild, a fire, and a blank. Let's get our 3. 3, which is wind, blue, and green. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Because we might be able to deal with this. And then we're going to pull another small tower, that's not bad at all either. I like that. I like that a lot. So, what we're going to do, we're going to do my favorite nice beam right there. And we're going to crystallize these 2. With this crystallization, we're going to do a lava bomb. Boom and boom. And we're going to destroy these 2 right here. Boom, boom. And we're going to build this up here like that. We have fire, 2 blanks and a fire. So we're going to use this fire to build a wall there. 1. We're going to use this one to build a wall here. Oh boy. We're going to use our reroll. Gives us a fire. Let's go. To build one here. And then we can build this here. Like that. So this is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 1, 2, 3. I still need that. So I'm gonna need to start buying lands. I'm not worrying about the blue right now. This brings us down to 6 again. We have 2 more rounds to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Fire. 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 Grass, grass, grass. That sucks. Then 1, 2, 3. We get that, and that. Okay. Right, let's draw. This is a water. We don't need it. This is another fire. We do need that. Oh, jeez. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, if we discard. So we can lava bomb and destroy 2 enemies. Oh, we still have to do our rolls, which is luckily 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 wilds, a water, a grass. 1, 2, 3. I still need. So I need to get rid of that. If I destroy that, then it'll let me get rid of 2 up there. And then I can firebomb it. Lava bomb it. And if I build a room, I don't know if I'm going to get this done, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's use these 2 to build a room. Let's grab this room. Let's see what it is. It is a grass. If we keep the grass, we get to crystallize a green, right? Yes. You draw that, you get to crystallize it. Let's crystallize that green right here. We're going to use a lava bomb to destroy these 2. We have a wild, and a grass. We need 2 grass and we need a grass and then a grass and a grass. So we need 3 grass. So we use those 3 to place this up here. 1, 2. We will get to build this up here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. We can finish off the grass boss. So pull this, flip him. Let's pull 5 grass tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Oh boy, 4. 4, 5. Right? Yes. And then I am going to use his ability to draw 2 rooms. Or use the destruction to draw 2 rooms. 1, the grass. 2, a wind. I'm going to destroy this small wind because I'm not going to really use it to be able to destroy 2 enemies here. Bring that back. And then the grass, see, I could place it, but I don't really need to. I'm gonna no, because I can't really do much. I'm gonna use my reroll. See what we get. We get 2 blanks, of course. I'm gonna discard one of these die. See what we get. We get a wind. Good. I'll build that wind here. 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more space for that one. And that is, oh, this should be in here. This comes down and we draw 7, and this is the last round. If I can't get this in this round, we're done. 3, 6, 7. That's not good. That's not good at all. So the blue, and blue right here, blue, and then this blue will destroy this wall. And this goes back. Fire, green. Oh, jeez, come on. Green and white. So we only get 4 die to roll. We get a water, a grass, a wild. Okay. And then we get 3, we get 2, and that. Okay. Okay. So, we get to draw a floor. Let's just swap that real quick. Oh, jeez. Draw another floor. That's a water. We're going to discard that water to get rid of 2 on the same size. We're going to discard this grass because we don't need it. To get rid of 2 of the same size. I'm going to hold on to, this was a wild. I'm going to hold on to that wild. I'm going to use my reroll for these 3. 2 more wilds and a water. That's not bad at all. 2 more wilds and a water. I need 1, 2, 3. So, we need to find a way to build 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I have this. Hold on. Let me think for a second. I'm going to cast Firestorm. I'm going to move 1, place a wall. No, I can't do what I was thinking of doing, but I can put that there. Is there any way we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I use my reroll? I think I did. I used my reroll. Hold on. If I undo that Firestorm, then I had a fire and a wind. Let me get rid of this. And it was a fire and a wind. Hold on. Let me reverse. Let me reverse for a second. And this here, but it doesn't matter. So I can place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No. Because I would need to draw. Let's do this first. If we get a wind, we might be able to win this. No. Fuck. But I can exchange. For a wind. Okay. No. No. Because I needed... Because I can do the fires. Is there any way for me to... No, because I drew fire. That's water. Did I use my reroll? I can't remember if I used my reroll, but I can do this to again move and place. And then I can do 1, 2, 3 to place 3 towers. Oh, actually, yeah. I might be able to win. 1. Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3. And then I can put this up here. My hands are shaky. 1, 2, 3, 4, which finishes this tower off, which allows me to roll 4 die. So I've used these 3. So it allows me to roll 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get a fire, a wind, a grass, and a water. I need a fire, so I'm going to use that fire. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place this up here. And then that, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Place this up here, which, I mean, we do that. We can rebuild the walls. We win. We got the Cones of Dunshire done. But that's it. That is Aetherspire. Honestly, we're going to flip this. We're going to flip this. We're not going to pull the cards out because we already defeated it. It took us 7. Took us 7 rounds. or not 7 rounds, but it took us, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 turns. This is one of my favorite games of recent years. I really enjoy it. I think it's really fun. It's very strategic. Like, we got down to the wire. If you run out of building tiles, which you can't really see how many are in there, or if you run out of any of the wall pieces and stuff, you lose. Um, it gets close. It gets tough. The first time I played, I won at like right here where it hits 5. But once you start hitting 5, 6, and 7 enemies, it gets really hard to figure out what to do. Um, yeah, I really enjoy this. There's going to be a review. I'm going to try to get some friends to play it so I can get a game of us playing it all together. But this is probably going to be split up in a couple weeks, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you like the look of this game. I think it's really cool. I like the art of all the characters and things like that, and I do plan on playing this again in the future. Thank you so much for hanging out and being here. If you like what you saw, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button so the algorithm knows that people like you will like me too. Subscribe to the channel so you get updates, notifications when I go live and post new videos. And leave comments down below. Hints, tips, tricks. I respond to all comments back. Also, be sure to check me out live here on YouTube and on Twitch Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Check out the other videos I make on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thank you all so much. Please be careful, be safe, don't do anything out of do. Always tell your loved ones. And of course, like always, be sure to miss my socks. See y'all in the next one. Bye.